We are live. This is Friday Night Market Update. I am your host, Bill Noble. The Strategic Crypto Reserve. Yep. Also known as the Orange Man told you to buy it, so you should buy it. Because everyone's going to buy it. That's it. That's the market update. Have a great weekend. No, actually, there's a lot more. Because if you think about what's going on in this market, everyone was bearish a week ago today. A week ago today, everything was going to hell in a handbasket. Fear greed went from 75 to 50. And the thing that's funny is XRP is like halfway to $4, and bullish sentiment is only back at 75%. People still don't believe it. They're about to, though, because altcoins are going to rotate, in 10%. They're going to go up 10% a day. So one sector will go up 10%, and then Ondo will go up 10%. That's what's happening as I talk. So everyone's like, well, I'm frustrated because my coin didn't go up, and it's like the weather in Texas. We have a saying here that if you don't like the weather in Texas, wait an hour. It'll change. If your coin hasn't rallied, wait an hour. It'll go up, period. And I think you're still going to wake up one day. I don't know when that is. Maybe the market will finally understand this the day before the inauguration, and it'll just be up 40%. Just, they're going to reprice the whole market, and everyone's like, well, I'll wait for a dip, and it's just going to go, right? Because during the dip, it was screaming. Don't get off the train. Now, it's like you got to get on the train, and you're on the clock. And no one wants to buy stuff when it's up 5% or 6% or whatever, when that's peanuts. Who cares? This stuff's going to go up 100% and 200%, and that's the boomer coins. XRP went from 50 cents to $3.50, and everybody thinks that nothing is happening here. Like the market cap expansion of anything that can be money. And the guy from Solana, Kyle Tsunami, and the guys from Solana in general must be watching the show because they said, hey, I got a great idea. Let's make Solana into fast money. Let's distance ourselves from Pump.Fun, who are probably about to get to be sued into oblivion. Hence, I think meme coins on XRP are underpriced. Meme coins on XRP are underpriced. Now, they might not be because maybe nobody wants to part with XRP, which is funny, right? That's understandable, but, I think these XRP memes are underrated, and they could take off, like, XRP Army in particular. Wow. Watch out. Okay. Let's welcome who's here. Thomas, let's go. Miklo, Tyson, Lahala, welcome. Lila, sorry. Huber's Ranch, Zav, Brian James, welcome. Warmon, Dara, Horace, Banks Not 11. What's up? T.O. Savage, Bill the Bull. Yes, that includes when we're down. You get more bullish when it's down. Easy Soul. Thoughts on Ondo? I don't know. How about up only? If they were going to sell, they would have done it already. BlackRock probably bought the whole supply dump. Find out now, 7. Sam, Dominic, Christian. What's going on? Surprisingly roomy. Okay. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Ready? It's the end of the world. Yeah. No, it's not. Authorities prepare for worst case scenario ahead of Trump inauguration. Oh my God. Something has to happen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Actually, what has to happen is they need to lower the value of the currency dramatically by mooning crypto. But, we're on the prowl for whatever we're on the prowl for, and hopefully they can keep it secure because the primary job of government is to protect the people. Thank God we now understand that. Yellen advises the U.S. Treasury to start taking emergency measures. Treasury cash drain begins. The impact of this on risk assets in 2021 was stronger than QE. Okay, so I don't know what they're doing, but whatever it is, it's probably not with good intentions. Simple fact of the matter is they're going to hand the Orange Man the biggest problem. They can handle it. And his answer to that is going to be to moon crypto, period. Because mooning crypto puts money in the hands of the people, and it helps distract people from the problems with the currency. Okay, so this article was about post-Trump recession odds plunge. Okay, so the job market is already at a halt. The job market hasn't been reported accurately. Inflation has crushed consumer spending, and this whole idea that we're going into a recession is ridiculous, because recessions aren't going to happen anymore because they're just mathematical formulas. Most people have not benefited from the current economy, and job growth has been non-existent, and inflation has been destructive. But it's not a recession. There's not going to be a recession. You're going to have stock market corrections, and you're going to have a labor market that's going to be difficult. The solution to these problems is to change the value of the currency, create a wealth effect for both governments, states, corporations, and people by giving them a different form of money. And I've been saying this and saying it and saying it. And finally, we look at the news for evidence that someone is actually getting it. Americans are tipping less than they have in years. Right. Because it's miserable. Like, I don't even go out anymore. It's just the cost of it versus what it was. It's just miserable. It's like we're back to the 60s or the 50s where you only went out if it was like a graduation or some big thing where you like saved up and went to a restaurant. Some people may associate with that, some not. Like, you can't afford to go to a restaurant unless you can't tip somebody. You don't do the tip. Okay, the Congressional Budget Office says U.S. debt going to $24 trillion over the next decade, and it will get much worse. Right. So we better do something about the currency. All right, so full document recommending how we pay off the U.S. debt by implementing XRP as a currency. Wow. That was quick. XRP, $1 trillion market cap. Why not? They're talking about paying off the debt with XRP now, and they couldn't sell. They were selling XRP at $2. They're like, please take my XRP. It's like a week and a half ago. Like, please take it away. Bloomberg says the jobs number is hot. Oh my God, the Fed, please take it away. XRP goes from $2 to $4. Boom. They got your crypto. Massachusetts become the 10th state to get a phone call from the orange man and told to buy Bitcoin. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not what it says. Massachusetts become the 10th state to introduce legislation for a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Okay. Buy Bitcoin or don't talk to me. Welcome to the federal Bitcoin reserve, done through the states. And then when the states are done, they'll do the federal one. What could be smarter than have the states buy an asset and then have the federal government moon the asset? We've been doing this for 15 years with equities, right? You're like, oh my God, that's disgusting. Dude, we've been doing it for 15 years. How do you think Jeff Bezos got rich? How do you think all these guys got rich? They got rich because they had a good idea. They earned, their companies had great earnings. They had a great business model. AI helped them. And then the Fed just printed for 15 years. Why can't we do this for like the regular guy? We so can. These guys can have their last leg around the trap, you get last leg around the track at the inauguration. And then we can just push a button and do Web3. Treasury calls for $31 million in Social Security payments to dead people. Right. So, again, someone needs to audit the government. I don't know how much spending they can cut, but on a symbolic basis, if they do more than anyone thinks they can do, that will get the attention of the bond market. Elon Musk doesn't care about anything except going to Mars. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about America, in my opinion. But he's going to cut government spending because otherwise he doesn't get to Mars. Oh, look, there he is. Elon Musk says major and immediate action is needed to prevent America from not going to Mars. He's also correct in that, major and immediate action is needed to prevent America from going bankrupt. That actually is true. That's true. But he cares all of a sudden because Mars is on the line. That's why he cares. Okay. You know who's got to take care of you? You. You know who's got to be a sovereign individual? You. You know who's got to get crypto, in a hot wallet, in a cold wallet, on an exchange? You. Right? This guy is your friend to a point, to the point where his interests and yours interests line up. You have a computer science degree and you're looking for employment. He's not your friend. But if he cuts government spending and he squeezes out the hedge fund shorts in the bond market, lowering interest rates, allowing crypto to moon, then it's perfectly okay. He gets a pass. I'll forgive him if he saves the bond market. Bitcoin, 105K. You know, these texts are going to get boring, right? 105, 106, 107. One day they're going to be doing like 120, 125. They have to do them in like $5,000 increments because this thing is just going to go. Like, notice, right? Everybody went searching for XRP. XRP corrected. Bitcoin went up 5%. Everybody will search Bitcoin. Bitcoin will hang out. XRP will go up 5%. And we haven't even gotten to Ethereum and Solana yet, really. Like, Ethereum and Solana have not gone up yet. And everyone's assuming that they can't, and that's wrong. And every layer one, you know, like Sui's been the only layer one that really moved because it was a layer one, and that's wrong too. There's nothing wrong with Sui, but everything's going to catch up. It's going to catch up, especially like Algorand, man. California State Assembly to draft pro-Bitcoin legislation. Yeah. Phone calls have been made. Apparently they're flying the flag at, they're flying the flag at, all the way at the top of the mast for the inauguration per the governor. Yep. Phone calls have been made. Deals are being done. People are getting told how things are going to be. I'm not going to do it to you again, but you need to reference the mugshot just in case you think this guy's kidding around about anything. This guy meaning Trump. Okay. Diffuse control. People. President-elect Donald Trump holds call with the Chinese. It would be nice if we would all get along. Right. I don't think taxing them off the planet and causing their economy to crater is in anyone's interest. Seriously. In other words, I can understand that, that there may be our enemies, but their economy could crater. And if we pushed it over the edge, that could be considered an act of fill in the blank. I cursed too much last night. You do not want countries not getting along. You want to put the power in the hands of individuals, not get into a conflict with somebody else because of the opposite ideology. This guy has so many problems. Like I said, if they went tariff crazy on these guys, they could end them. And that is in no one's interest. Left-wing media is trying to tell you that we are now in a recession because of the orange man. Actually, we've probably been in one psychologically, and it's probably going to end thanks to crypto. It's not going to stop. First Ledger, the fastest way to trade on XRP Ledger. Oh my God. The XRP Army meme coin thinks SLT. I don't know, man. I saw like Rupal on here. I don't even know if it's still on here. They had like a frog as Ripple. This is going to happen if XRP goes to $5. Just saying. Sui to sponsor president-elect's inauguration. It's funny. Sui's cool, and SuiPad, a micro cap, I saw it took off. Be really interesting if they got an AI agent play going on this. There's going to be an AI agent somewhere that works. $3,500 Ethereum. Do you realize Ethereum was here like in 2022? Incredible. Like, there was so much denial about XRP. Now there's so much denial about Solana. And then when Coinbase lists like 5 base coins in one day, they'll wake up on ETH. Bitcoin's strong performance signals growing institutional confidence, with DeFi and blockchain infrastructure seeing growth and promising. Oh, wait, the venture capitalists are back? Of course the venture capitalists are back. How did the venture capitalists come back? The orange man calls up large companies, says, I don't care what you do, get Bitcoin moving, get crypto moving. I don't care what you have to do. I'm the president of the United States. I'm going to go play golf, and you're going to do what I tell you to do because I'm going to be here for 4 years, and you want to make me happy. So big companies, what do? They call their venture capitalists, they write the venture capitalists a check, and they say, go forth and fund Web3. Like, no one wanted crypto last year. It's like, oh, you know what? I don't want it. It's a bear market, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to buy it. They didn't want to buy it when it was down, but now that it's up, it's much more attractive to invest in it. Now, venture capitalists can also like pump stuff and have stuff come out at a $1 billion valuation. You know, we've already seen some VC guys cashing out early in some AI agent coin. A couple people have called me. Dude, they've been told to get in here and build something. To build something. Like now. And this comes down from the top, from the president to Web 2 to the VCs to Web 3. That's it. And they're going to have to make announcement after announcement. Like if you're a venture capitalist and you're not investing in crypto, what are you doing? What are you investing in? Oh, we're investing in AI. Okay, well, that trade's been around for 3 years. Good luck beating ChatGPT and Elon. Good luck with that. Wish you the best. Try crypto. You'd make more money. Working hard to get the strategic Bitcoin reserve, Cynthia Loomis. You know, I think this guy Vivek is finished because of what he said, and Cynthia has got his spot at the table. She keeps pounding Bitcoin, and she, instead of hanging out with Elon, starts hanging out with Michael Saylor, and she's accidentally going to make herself a superstar and take Vivek's spot. Watch. It's happening. 2024, Bitcoin and Ethereum were approved. 2025, now we have Solana, XRP, Litecoin, and Hedera are in line for approval. Okay, well, you know what? Let's start with Solana and XRP because I don't think they can do 4 ETFs at once, but they can definitely do Solana and XRP. Litecoin seems like a fantasy. Hedera could go in a basket with Algorand, XRP, and Cardano. I think that's how that's going to work. Or they're just going to put them all in one ETF. Like that would blow the doors off. If Solana, XRP, Cardano, HBAR, and Algorand were all in one ETF. You know, that is how ETFs work, right? Normally, it's not one thing in an ETF. Exchange traded fund, meaning more than one thing, usually. Ripple spent $100 million to prove that XRP is not a security, to the point where they didn't even mention XRP at consensus in April. Couldn't even talk about it. That's how bearish it was. People still think it's just a payments company, and they couldn't be more wrong. 29,000 Twitter followers. I'm so jealous. Dude, I mean, everyone's waking up to the fact it's obvious. It's money, it's fast, and there's a company behind it. Everything that was wrong with XRP is now right about XRP. And the thing that people don't understand is that it was suppressed for 6 years, and now it's going to go up for 6 years. That's it. That's it. This is not complicated. It is not. Solana government's protocol seeks to transform Solana into ultrasound money. So Pump.Fund about to meet law enforcement, finally, right? Even though I'm not opposed to Pump.Fund for the AI agent aspect, Solana's afraid of XRP. And it's question time before Vitalik jumps on the sound money thing and calls Coinbase and goes, how do we get this going? This is happening, right? Solana is watching XRP explode in its face. So Solana can't sit around anymore because they're not getting the price performance. They become the new ETH. It's dead. So they got to do something about it. Unlike ETH, where ETH would just sell into the, like, seriously, Vitalik and the Ethereum Foundation just sold into the dead price action. Solana's like, no, we got to reduce the supply and get it going. Orange Man's on board. They should be at probably should be at 500, to be honest with you. I mean, if this thing moves the way ETH moved back in the day, it's just going to go. This whole market is way too cheap. You have Bitcoin at $2 trillion market cap, and everything else is like, I don't know. The whole rest of the market is worth half of Bitcoin. Total 3 is like $1 trillion. Bitcoin is $2 trillion. Like Web3 should be worth as much or more than Bitcoin. Crazy, right? Not really. Not really. So fear greed is back at 75. So we went, I don't know, 40, 90, 75, 50, 75. And people are probably not bullish enough here. It's probably going up much higher. Everyone is still way too hesitant. You can tell by looking at the price action. SpaceX is up 700 million on Bitcoin since buying it in 2022. Good for SpaceX, right? How many H-1B visa guys work at SpaceX? Haven't heard about it. They need to buy more Bitcoin so I can forget about it. Supreme Court backs law banning TikTok. Not a lot of people out there trying to save TikTok in the cold, right? They passed a law. They trumped something up. No pun intended, literally. They basically said this was a national security problem. It's not. It's about young people saying things that they don't like. And they shut it off. And they did it in a way where they had a law passed by Congress giving national security powers to the president. And the Supreme Court, which is like, they review the legality of laws. And they're like, oh, wow, you guys finally brought me a law to review instead of some concept that you expect us to make a law on. Congress makes laws and the president signs them. And that's exactly what happened. It's very unfortunate, but they got to make a whole new law or they got to do a deal. And I'm going to tell you what the deal's going to be. I'm going to tell you right now. Congress is going to pass a law and allow people to keep the app, and they're going to close the offices. And the corporate revenue is going to go to their competitors, but people will get to keep the app. And that's how that's going to work. So, I don't know. They sold you that they had your interest at heart for the election. And I do believe the Orange Man wants to help Americans to the extent that the billionaires around him will let him. Okay. Ohio Senate. Yeah. The Orange Man wanted, he wanted to put Vivek in a Senate seat, right? He wanted the governor to put him in, and the Ohio governor said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Because this guy opened his mouth and said something stupid, but it's the best friend crypto ever had. This guy literally will go down in history as the guy that ignited the biggest crypto rally anyone has ever seen by basically saying, I don't know, one class of people doesn't work as hard or isn't as smart, whatever. Doesn't matter. Whatever it was stupid. And all it did was make them have to bull post crypto harder. It just took everyone a while to figure it out because there was like a macro detour. So, if somebody said something stupid, then we have to double down on saying something smart, which is spelled XRP. Amazon, 5,000 people from overseas working at a salary of 150K. And you wonder why no one's having any babies, right? I mean, those guys are probably having babies, but what about everybody else? And how do you solve this problem? Do you go, well, I believe this and you believe that, or I look like this and you look like that, or I'm from this country and you're from that country? No, actually, that's not how it works. We go, you know what? We want Web3 made in America. We want Wall Street Part 2 made in America. Moon it all. When girlfriend, when Lambo. That's what we do. It's the oldest thing you've ever seen. They've been doing it in the stock market for 15 years, and we've been doing it for 6 weeks, and no one believes it. No one believed it in equities when it started, and that included me. Never making that mistake again. He who controls the memes controls the world. That was Elon. And he was right about that. And the thing that's funny is meme coins have done nothing. Pepe is probably going to lead ETH. Pepe's coming back. Pepe is levered ETH. Pepe leads ETH out of the sewer. Doge, massive, right? This has got to be Elon. Elon, after, like, literally immediately after the governor of Ohio refused the Orange Man's request to give Vivek a Senate seat, Elon was like, ruh-roh, I better buy some Doge and get it moving on Twitter. Guess what? Doge just had 2 massive transactions totaling $600 million. Is Doge ready for an even bigger breakout? So the good news about Elon is that he was like an OG on Doge. They're all going to do it. They're all going to do it. You know, don't doubt that Elon goes to the inauguration with like a Dogecoin tie or a Dogecoin hat. Don't doubt it. This guy's got to change the subject. So the Orange Man's meme coin, will someone list it? Will someone list it? You know, does Gemini owe him a favor? Maybe. Maybe. It's kind of interesting to me, at least when you look at the Fibonacci circles, if you draw something different here. You know, sometimes you can get big moves when you cross from one circle to the other, right? So this was kind of twisted where it went up and then went straight down. That was interesting, right? This was kind of like winter where it broke this line and it just died. And then I'm wondering if this is like wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It could happen. Ondo. So Ondo on a weekly chart, just as a reminder, like the big picture type stuff, it's at equilibrium. Lux Algo equilibrium, around $1. So everyone was afraid of the unlock at 62 cents. Everybody wasn't afraid of the unlock at $2. Then they unlocked it. It went to $1.08. No one wanted it. And now everyone's changing their mind. Because whatever goes down turns around and goes up the next day. Because that's the new game, period. Okay, so Algorand on a daily chart. You probably got one more big up day. And if you don't, if you have a pause and you just have a pause that refreshes. So if you have a signal here and everyone maybe takes profits or it just sits there, it's going up. So if you have a decline and it comes back or it just sits, all aboard. If you get a dip, it's a gift. And you could get one. You could get one. I mean, it was a 9 bottom here. It could be a 9 top here. You know, I think the more likely scenario is that if there's a 9 top in Algorand, that Bitcoin could just take off and then Algorand will go. Solana, 4-hour chart. Can you even tell there's a mega rally going on? I can't. Solana's like, all right, well, you know, here was our pause that refreshed, right? 9 top, pause, refresh, keep going. Break resistance on DeMark, which was 217. Now it's just sitting there on 217, waiting to blow through this resistance and this resistance. Is there really resistance? You're going to fight the orange man on Solana? Really? Good luck with that. It's not going to happen. Not going to fight the orange man. This thing takes out 228. It's going to go to 280 or higher, right? There's like this today, like Friday, Saturday night, this is your dip in Solana. Whatever you get, this is it. Most likely you're not going to get much, but whatever dip you get, you better get on it. You got red ink, get on it. Seriously, like, why am I watching the show? Why am I here? You get red ink, get on it. You could have a cycle in 2 months or 3 months. And people are going to say, wow, I was too scared to buy it. If you're scared to buy it, it's good. That's how you know it's going to be a whole cycle in 2 months. When no one's afraid to buy it, it goes down. XRP, 4-hour chart. Might have a blow off top. No top here yet. Might have one more day and then a pause. You know, not a disaster. If you get a rally in XRP or you get a dip, yeah, this would be the dip if you're going to get one, like in the next 2 days. And most likely what Dinwits will do is they'll do this whole, okay, well, I'm going to sell the fact now. I'm going to sell the fact, right? Like, why did they move the inauguration indoors? Ask yourself that question. So we could have a bigger party, longer speeches, Just have a bigger party. Now, maybe it's national security, maybe it's the weather. I don't know. But we can just have a much bigger party. The bigger, the better. So there's no resistance in Ethereum until 3,600. And they continue to sell it, right? It goes up. It's probably Vitalik. But what you don't realize is, like, if you look at ETH on like a weekly chart, it's just like, it's like a giant head and shoulders bottom at the top of a range, right? Like, it's a shoulder, it's a head and a shoulder, right? Right. It's a shoulder, it's a head and a shoulder, or it's a teacup and handle. Either way. Like, do you realize on a weekly chart that, the next big DeMark level that's just drawn, I'm just saying it's been drawn, is 8,000. And I put something out that said ETH was going to 8K because there were low cap DeFi coins that were mooning prior to the last Bloomberg World on Fire macro BS thing a week ago. XRP at $4. Oh, okay. The only people who believe that were the people in XRP. ETH 8K. No one believes that. You can't even say it. It's a joke. No one believes it. No one even believes ETH 5K. Solana 500. Oh, you're crazy. Okay. If I said, oh, well, such and such meme coin could 100x, you'd be like, oh, well, of course it can. I'm like, bro, you get 10x in big caps. Bitcoin at $1 million is a 10x from here. You can't get a 10x in Solana. You could get a 5x in Solana. You get a 5x in ETH. Like, there are equity people, stock market people who are gonna be like, oh, this is a no-brainer, man. I'm just gonna like park my money in this thing. And it's gonna be like Nvidia. I'm gonna have 100x in 20 years. I'm going to the pool. See ya. That's the mentality. That is exactly the mentality. And look at this. ETH versus Bitcoin, straight down. Like, ETH just cannot perform versus Bitcoin, which is okay, because eventually that changes. And when it does, altcoins go up only. Bitcoin itself. So you've been paid to take these 13 signals seriously. This was the top. I thought it was the top and it was going to be a mild correction. You had this god-awful disaster. Then it smokes higher. I don't know, man. Maybe it goes back to 102 and maybe it doesn't move at all. You have to respect it. I didn't respect it enough last time. I think you have to be mindful if that top signal doesn't work. If it does, you'll get a dip. And if you do, you should be there. Because everybody, I'm telling you, all the crypto Twitter geniuses are going to be like, yeah, it's the inauguration. Sell the fact. It's just a rumor that they want to have crypto become this explosive thing and devalue the dollar using digital assets. Just a fad, just passing. You know what I'm saying? We'll be thinking about something else in 2 months. Wrong. Not happening. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Why is XCN pumping? I don't know. When is there going to be a Trump meme launch? Oh my God. Uh-oh. Well, there you go. The Trump official meme from Truth Social. Watch out. People think he's kidding on this. That's why they bull posted Solana for 2 days. They told you. Eric Trump told you the day before his mugshot came out, which was the day they told you they were going to buy Solana. They told you. They are telling you what to buy and when to buy it. And no one's listening. That's going to change. But in the meantime, in the meantime, I'm making a living explaining it to people. This has a $1 billion market cap. Official Trump. I don't know if we got the right contract address. It's not populating. So let's head over to XCN. I don't know why it's mooning, but I do know this. And we discussed this last night. What chart formation is this? It's called the bigger the base, the higher into space. Meaning something will go down, something will sit, something will break out of an accumulation cone on Lux Algo. So what they love to do is they love to break it out and retest it all on the same day. This happened all the time after the election. It holds out of the accumulation cone and it's gone. You're going to see this everywhere. You're going to see this in Arrow. You're going to see it in Polkadot. You're going to see it in Avalanche. You're going to see it in Fetch AI, in Filecoin. In other words, the boomer cryptos go up like XRP and Stellar and Cardano and Algorand. And then I go, there are other coins. There are other boomer coins that could go up a lot. And people look at me and go, no, we're not doing boomer coins. I'm like, wait a minute. Didn't you just do boomer coins? Like, no. Yeah, okay, we did those boomer coins, but we're not going to do any more boomer coins. You mean you're not doing Web3? You mean the orange man has to spell it out for you, right? He's got to I don't know, issue some kind of NFT meme or sticker. And the token, I don't know, I can't get the token to come up. It's not going to stop. They're going to, everyone was like, well, how are we going to have a Trump meme coin? We're going to have a Trump meme coin because that's how we get everyone's attention that they want it to go higher. That's why we have a Trump meme coin. That's it. I'm telling you, it needs to go higher. It's like an app. I don't know, man. We've been told. We have been told so many different ways. I don't know how many ways there are to tell us. But I shouldn't say that because you know what? They're going to tell you until people get it. This is like the Fed. This is just like the Fed. Back when Bernanke and Yellen and all these characters, they were like, listen, the stock market will never go down more than 5%. That was Bernanke's rule. Stock market goes down more than 5%. We flood the market with money. That's the same thing, except it's crypto, except they're huge. They're huge. And they have a massive debt problem. They have a 2008 level problem. I don't know, man. This is like the 5-minute chart of this. I mean, this was literally just come out. And let me explain something to you. If they make money on this, what do you think they're going to do with it? You know what they're going to do with it? They're going to put the money in World Liberty Financial and they're going to start mooning everything. They're going to turn World Liberty Financial into a hedge fund. So issue a Trump meme coin, get the meme coin mooning, right? Melania wears an orange handbag and this goes to, I don't know, 8 billion. 8 billion. I mean, they thought the Trump coin on ETH was going to 100. It went to 16 and went down to 2. This, forget about it. What's going to stop this? I mean, yeah, $2 billion is kind of outrageous, but is it? Is it outrageous? You know what I'm saying? If you have a Trump watch, because I wish I had all this stuff, right? Trump watch, Trump sneakers. I think they have Trump, fancy Scotch glasses, Trump edition Scotch, I think. He had a book. Melania has a book. Melania's book went to the top of the charts, right? Multiple sneaker connections, multiple NFT collections. And I mean, they had watches that I really like the watches with the red face. Whew. What else there to do? What else there to do? Well, Mr. President, the dimwits are not listening about crypto and they're not listening. Okay, well, let's like buy a ton of Solana and issue a meme coin and then have our hedge fund moon the meme coin. This is the oldest trick in the book. Tell people what you're going to do it, and then do it hard. You know, we could just sit here. It's like, do we need to watch the inauguration or should we just watch this? We've been told. And now they're going to let Mr. Market they're going to let Mr. Market tell you. It's like, I can't believe on the night before, 2 weeks, a week, 3 days before the inauguration, the administration had a resort to having us all sit around and watch a 1-minute chart of a Solana meme coin in order to make the point that this market is going up. They want it up and they want it to stay up. They want this market to go up until you have a girlfriend, enough money for dates for a year, enough money for a car to drive her around in, and enough money for a diamond ring. Because young people and their despair is a national security problem, right? In other words, how do you fix this? How do you fix this? How do you fix this? Worst case scenario. How do you fix this? Right here. Let's talk to the crypto people in a language they can understand. Take this meme coin and take it to 10 billion right now. I mean, is there a bigger meme than this? No, there isn't. There's like, what are the biggest memes ever in human history? You could argue farting. Computer had a pretty good idea on that. You know, Doge for a dog, Pepe for a frog. Pepe is a pretty famous meme. I mean, is there a better meme for the United States than Trump's mugshot? Is it an accident that Trump's current presidential portrait looks like his mugshot? No, because they turned it into a meme coin. So they could make money and put it in World Liberty Financial and moon this market indiscriminately day after day after day. Because they're like, wait a minute, how do we get the ammo to do what Michael Saylor's doing? Well, we'll get the states to buy it, the corporations to buy it. We'll issue a meme coin and we'll get World Liberty to buy it. People think I'm crazy. This is like happening right before your eyes. So am I saying Solana will perform better than ETH and XRP? Tactically, yes. Right? I mean, tactically, Solana should probably be at 400. But again, it's going to alternate, right? I mean, XRP is going to go to $4 probably by Easter or higher. I just think Solana has huge amounts of upside and then ETH follows. So right now it's Solana, right? It's Solana. Trump's been to the gym. Alex Jones went to the gym. I would love to be in the gym. So like and subscribe to the channel. All right, people, that's it for today. We will see you on Monday.